Ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, bum, 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 ba-da-bum, bum, 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 bum. I thought it'd be funny to add our own audio since our mics are hot. Haha! Groundwork live. I'm gonna switch the scene in. You ready, brother? I'm gonna switch the scene. Then I'm gonna come sit down with you. Let's get it. What's up, my brother Chico? Go ahead and send us out on the intro.
Hello. We're at Groundwork Live. My guy Josh Joanne is going to pop up on the screen here in 5, 4, 3, 2.
What's up, my dogs? Self-produced podcast, self-produced live. It's a whole lot of team shit going on, man. We here, Groundwork Live, episode 2. It's okay to suck. It's okay to suck, man. You know what I'm saying? Every motherfucking day we have these conversations with people, man. Every day artists come to the studio, man. Every day artists come into the motherfucking booth. They come to shoot a video, come to shoot a red mic, come to do a podcast. And the biggest fucking wall is being bad, is sucking at it. You know what I'm saying? It's like how many times have you know, just with our particular fucking business model, with the fucking amount of engineers and producers that have come through the building, I mean, how many times have we talked to somebody who said they want to do something, and then when they realize what it's like to be bad at something, to be struggling, to have to use resources, to have to try to seek knowledge, to try to have to write all these other things, it's just not as convenient and as easy as just not being bad at something, you know. But when you see these people stick with something over the course of months or years, right? I mean, right? Shit, bro. You get it developed out though, bro. I was just pulling up that Snapchat where it was like 4 years ago was one of my first times on DaVinci Resolve. You know what I'm saying? It was my first time editing, bro. And I still get in the program, and I still don't feel like 100% capable. You know what I'm saying? I still feel like I could get big dogged by the right person. You know what I'm saying? In the right room, and I'm always gonna be a student of the game, and that's how I think you're supposed to feel. You're not supposed to feel on either end like fuck. I'm fucking so terrible. I don't want to do it. And you probably shouldn't feel like fuck. I'm so great. I don't need to learn no more either.
Yeah. You're supposed to be constantly learning.
Yeah. But yeah, bro. That's the title. It's okay to suck, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're rocking with today, man.
Yeah. You brought up a good point right at the beginning that I forgot about until you said it, but there's a lot of people who like will make that initial push as well. You know, that's why I feel like it's like years now, because at this point there's been for sure been people where you know you'll start something for a few months, and then even something as like simple as just not liking it anymore, or like not feeling like you enjoy it quite as much.
It's not as fun.
Yeah, not as fun, or maybe even just like, you know, most people don't want to do things that they don't want to do, and it's like you kind of like think, oh well, it's not really working anyway, and I don't like it that much in the first place.
We'll just try something new.
Yeah,
which is totally cool.
Yeah.
And like keep trying new things, you know. But I just think there's an understanding of like that's a cycle, right? That's a cycle. You know what I'm saying? And it's a never-ending cycle if you let it be. You know what I'm saying? You can continuously throw bad ideas out and start new ones, and obviously there's a balance, right? I mean, shit. Me and Rob were just talking the other day, and we were talking about the red mics and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like we've had conversations in the past where we're like, all right, bro, like what's the next?
Yeah.
What's the next move? What's the next movement? What's the next wave? How do we get in front of it? You know what I'm saying? And then we throw these red mic parties, or we talk to an artist that's outside of our city that hears about what we're doing and had never heard about it, and it's way more impactful. You know what I'm saying? And it's something that even if we feel like, okay, what's the next idea? It's not working.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think sometimes it's got to be explored. Sometimes it's got to be scaled out. It's got to be moved geographically. Like all these different ideas, bro, that fucking could go into it before you just say, fuck it. The red mic's done. Now we're gonna start doing the fucking red bathtub. You know what I'm saying, or some shit.
It's really the discomfort of it all too, where it's like, you know, at some point you do things for a red mic or anything else that, you know, aren't fun, like you were saying, or like
like we just edited 120 red mic videos.
Yeah, like
not fun.
That comes with it, right? I think that's a good point too to highlight stuff that we deal with in the building, and something that I even talked to you about after the fact of like, you know, the sustainability of some of these ideas based off of either prior habits or just like making sure that we can do certain things and it makes sense workload wise, and because you're trying to combat the good feeling, you know what I'm saying? Not that everyone has to, not that you have to feel good about every part of the process, but I think that's what even us in the building get trapped in of like, damn, this was really good and really made sense. And then the other half of it kind of discourages people, and it's like, this is a lot. And then you do the next one, and you're like, yeah, I didn't really want to do this whole half of the thing, but the front half made sense. You know what I'm saying? The back half though, like,
yeah. Videographers, photographers, that one gonna get you in trouble, you know what I'm saying? So please, please, do not keep taking on motherfucking shoots if you have motherfucking unedited content to deliver, you know what I'm saying? That's fucked up and it's bad business. You know what I'm saying? Word of the wise, shit like that, man. It's okay to suck. Just get better. You know what I'm saying? Just get better, man.
Even that's fine. I feel like though, you know, just being honest with your workload though, of like how much you can truly take on. Like, take on another 2 shoots. Just don't take on another 5.
Yeah,
you know
absolutely.
What I mean? Like, make sure that you're not doing bad business like you're talking about, and just you know, prioritize and figure out what came in first, what you're putting out the next, and just stuff like that. Organizational stuff. Things that I feel like we also don't talk about in the artist realm because everyone's supposed to be so.
They got it.
Yeah, and they're supposed to be so like by the seat of your pants. It's like,
Yeah, you're an artist, right?
Yeah.
Whatever feels right,
Whatever's
you do that.
in the moment.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, right. I mean, shit, bro. It's 1,000 lanes to success. You know what I'm saying? They can, you know, fly by the fucking whim of their fucking pants if they want, you know. But I definitely agree with you and fucking will double down on that. There's a whole lot of sucking that has to be done before you can fucking take some steps forward in any field, in any industry, you know what I'm saying? I mean, fuck, we could talk about Freestyle Fridays, we could talk about rappers, we could talk about an artist showing up 4 years ago and having the courage to get in front of a room of people and be fucking terrible, you know what I'm saying? Borderline laughable, you know what I'm saying? No cap, brother, you know what I mean? We was there. If you was there in 2019, bro, you know this was happening, you know what I'm saying? And you fast forward, bro, you know, fast forward to 2024, bro, and this person comes in and is shutting down rooms. This person is coming in and fucking the Freestyle Fridays crowd is like, you know, especially the people that don't know him from them, right? Because that's something that people forget is not everybody's gonna remember when you sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually quite the opposite. You know what I'm saying? What's that one saying go? You can miss 99 shots, but if you make that one shot, you make the winning buzzer beater. That was on Russell's page or something just recently. I think he was just talking about it. That's why it's fresh on my shit. But yeah, bro, it's like nobody's gonna fucking remember you for the shots that you miss. You know what I mean? They're gonna remember you for the ones that you make. You know what I'm saying? So start shooting. What are we talking about? You know what I mean? Freestyle Friday artists showing up, blowing it, sucking. You know what I mean? Drunk, unprofessional. This is the organizational shit you're talking about. Drunk, unprofessional, not knowing how to hold themselves, not knowing how to network, not knowing how to communicate, not knowing how to take advantage of the resources that are being put right in front of them. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing how to commingle with producers and studio owners and videographers and all the other people that are brought into that space. You know, it's like you have this level 1 artist of drunk, unknowing, wants to have fun. It's just exploratory, and then at some point that switchover happens of like, okay, I'm gonna actually take this serious. And I think this is my perspective. I think it took you sucking enough until there was some sort of, whether it was an outside force that's like, hey, bro, this is pretty good. Your brother, your mom, your dad, whatever, or if it was yourself, just finally hearing something and being like, oh shit, bro, I could do this. Like for me, bro, I'll tell you, it was sinking in the sand. Me taking myself seriously and confidently as a rapper, I feel like I was sucking, right? It's okay to suck. I feel like I was sucking in music all the way until Sinking in the Sand. And not to say I don't have great music before then, that shit that I listen to right now, you know what I'm saying? Go listen to Doing Now, or go listen to fucking Temptations. Like I got some tight music from before that era, but the Singing in the Sand era was like what, when I released that, and there was some sort of that outward affirmation from like society of like, oh, this is tight. It was like that extra little boost, because my heart inside already was telling myself that. You know what I mean? I'm dope, I'm tight, bro. You can listen to my old bars, I talk about that shit, bro. Shit, I'm pulling hot off the stove. You know what I'm saying? But there was still like a level of suck to me. There was still a level of non-confidence, you know what I mean? But I for sure understood the trajectory. I for sure understood that, well, if Sinking in the Sand got people's attention like that, I know I could keep doing this shit, you know what I'm saying? And now here we are, fucking 7 or 8 EPs past that song, and I fucking, you know, I mean, I'm a fucking artist, brother. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it, you know what I'm saying? I'm one of the most consistent in the city, bro, but that took a whole lot of suck, you hear me? And y'all might not even have been there for the suck or know about the suck, but I'm gonna tell y'all what, the suck sucked. You know what I'm saying? It was fucking terrible. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing worse, bro, than going and performing to a room of fucking 11 people, and some people are on their phones. They ain't even really fucking with you like that. You know what I'm saying? And most artists that have been to an open mic in this Sacramento city, I mean, if you're pushing that line, you've been to these shows that are not super well promoted. They don't have a lot of people in there, but we were still going to soak value where we could. We was still pulling up to wherever we could to go suck where we could, right? And I'm not trying to put this chip on my shoulder and just have always had this understanding, because it was really out of ignorance. You know what I'm saying? Of just like this dream sold to myself that I'm gonna fucking get there and get better. You know what I mean? But all jokes aside, bro, we did. You know what I mean? It's exactly what happened. So it's okay to suck. That's my whole little suck story. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Freestyle Friday. Shout out the motherfucking movement. Shout out CSSB. I'm gonna hear some of your suck stories.
Your suck stories.
Damn, pause. That sounds crazy.
Yeah.
Huh? I'm not gonna lie. That sounds crazy. This live, baby. Ain't no cut, bro.
Oh, no live cuts?
No, ain't no live cuts, bro. We talking about suck.
Ah, shit. Empty seat.
Oh yeah. Hey, could you cut the? Oh yeah. Ain't no podcast producer gang. Just us. I don't even know if I'm centered in the shot. But it's okay to suck though. You know what I'm talking about? Listen, brother. This episode 2, 3.
Groundwork Live 2.
Episode 2, bro. You know what I mean? I'd say we're in our suck era of the lives right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think, yeah.
But we know the truth. The truth hurt. Ain't that the truth?
I
right?
think, yeah. Before I go into myself, you know, there's things that make sense that coincide. You know what I'm saying? Like camera work changes between like industries, but not really between like, you know, the basic settings that you would need
For sure.
to do stuff like this. Just like in recording sound or music or anything like
Right.
that. I feel like the opposite. I don't feel like, you know, I think there's the second side of like starting and being bad, and it's like the person who, and I feel like you probably fall more into this because, yeah, there's people who like have fun and then like kind of fall into it because somebody's like, oh yeah, you're actually kind of good, and somebody's like, oh okay.
Yeah.
But I feel like, especially in this, it's hard to start like that, and I feel like for me, it for sure was okay, I want to do this, and I'm just gonna start, and then I just did it a lot, and you know, I know that, you know, it's easier for, I feel like, a producer because I don't have to like necessarily show the first 10, 15 beats because really it's about the reps at that point. You know, that I didn't need a freestyle Friday to come to get those reps in. You
To
know?
launch FL.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like I could just go in my bedroom. That's like the one advantage that like producers have, and it like traps you too because, you know, 2024 you can't really stay in your bedroom and not show your face.
You can try.
You can try, but
Good luck.
it's difficult. You know what I'm saying? You'll add the years. I feel like, you know, the way that the landscape is now, and you know, most artists don't want to hear that, let alone producers. But you know, it's hard to deny something that's consistently in your face and consistently shows up in the way that just showing up for an online thing and a physical thing, you know, can do for you type thing. You know, the beat battle is a great example of that, where, you know, at least on my end, I didn't know, you know, half the people in that room. You know, I can think right now and remember a few of them just from, you know, what they played or how they reacted, or, you know, there's just a lot of perspective that comes with not just being isolated. And, but yeah, I feel like it really was just getting it down a lot for me, but understanding that it was a long game, you know, that everything is a long game. I think some people get that early and some people just don't. Like you have to go through that part of it, or you just have to go through knowing that you're not that good, but still having the confidence like you have, like, oh yeah, like I'm dope in this particular space right now. Because that's how I felt. I was like, I'm pretty good like at what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, right. I mean,
But I always knew that there was gonna be improvement.
because there's gonna be better players.
Yeah, yeah,
Right? It's like high school. It's like high school sports at any level. You can be raw at your school. You can be a raw motherfucker at your
Yeah,
school.
dude.
Confident as hell, boy. Putting hits on people. You know what I mean? Special teams, offense, defense, both sides of the ball. Superstar. Go D1, think this shit's sweet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whole new world.
But yeah.
No cap, bro.
But for me, knowing that early is what I don't want to like lie to myself in the beginning and think that like, oh, it was just gonna be this easy path or like this
Right now.
Yeah, right now. So for me, it had to be that. It couldn't be like, because some people will feel really good at something, and then they'll get like their reality check because everybody, you know, has the moment or whatever where it's like you said, like you get smacked, and you're like, oh yeah, I can for sure do this, this, and that, and improve and stuff like that. But that usually sometimes comes with like, man, like I thought I was this. Not even I thought I was this. It was nah, like it's like a denial thing where sometimes you'll get that and be like, you know, and then want to quit.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Because
You don't get to pick the hits. They don't
But-
get to pick the hits.
But that's the part that I didn't want. I didn't want the part where it's like, you know, you get that and then you're like, man, should I even be doing this? You know what I'm saying? Because that I feel like just comes from the denial of it not taking long.
Right.
Like you'll get more moments of that because you feel like it should have happened already.
It's entitlement.
Yeah, exactly.
Really, right?
And that's like a huge, that's almost a dirty word, but like I almost feel like it's such an accurate word for most people. As artists now, we have such a big access to everything. You know what I'm saying? Which is dope. You know, you'll hear us championing that all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because the opposite was true before, and that wasn't better. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
It wasn't
at all.
It wasn't better to have people that were basically gatekeepers and like.
And you couldn't touch none of
You
that
couldn't
shit
touch
at all.
anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd rather have a 0 in 1,000 chance than a fucking.
Yeah, yeah. The access is way better, but the access also comes with people. I was talking to Zilla about this too. It comes with people not understanding what comes with everything. So like, people can trick themselves into thinking that they can be so good and they don't have to do a whole other part of what they do. For example, like artists, you know what I'm saying? Like, people can trick themselves into thinking they're so good that they don't have to like have good live performances. And now we're where we're at now because there's been no value put into it, but now people have to build it back up like a Russell, like people who are actually performing with no backtracks.
Yeah.
But it's like that whole, you know, at one point that whole thing, you had to perform great live to be considered great. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the price of admission. You know what I'm saying? Like to be an artist, had to be good musically, you had to be good live, and you had to like, you know, you're an entertainer, so you had to entertain. You know what I'm saying? And right now, people want to do one of the three things, and that's only three things that I listed. But because the internet is a thing, you really feel some type of way, like, oh, like, but I did all this. Well, you fucking ignored half of your job description.
Right.
Like, of course you're not gonna be where you want to be because, like, you feel as if you're owed something when you haven't done anything. Like, not really. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might be slept on. You might be.
I hate that word, bruh. I hate when I hear people say that, bro.
Even if you are, you know, to what extent are you truly? Like,
Yeah, bro, if you're slept on, you better have been dropping a project a month all fucking year.
Yeah.
You better have fucking direct-to-consumer fucking albums pushing out. You better have fucking CDs that you're pimping outside at the fucking Doko, at the Kings game. You better be fucking on every open mic fucking in the goddamn city. And when somebody gives you, hey, I'm gonna let y'all know this is gonna be a little passive. And when someone offers you free fucking studio time, show the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Don't blade out 20 hours of studio time in a month and then get online and say fucking, my city don't support me. No, bro, you don't support yourself, bro. You don't take yourself serious. That's the fucking problem. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I digress. Jesus Christ, bro. You're right though, bro. You're ignoring half your fucking job description and think because you can fucking rap fast that it's a fucking green light. And think because you can fucking pull 10 bitches at the party that it's a green light. And think that because you can fucking throw something on a fucking, I don't even know what the fuck else I'm gonna say, bro. It's multifaceted though. That's all I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? It's just multiple things, bro.
Yeah, it's just convincing yourself that one thing that you're really good at is enough. And I just feel like in this, like even outside of like all the points that you made, because like,
You know I get emotional.
especially specifically, yeah, but like you're right too. But if I were to like break it all down and be like, you know, what does this even entail? We would be talking about other stuff. Like it couldn't be one thing or two things or even like three things. You know what I mean? Especially at this point, like at this point, the independence is like super prevalent. Like people have been saying that for like 5-6 years, But like now, it's very, very real in the sense of you see label acts not get you see label acts getting the same traction as somebody who has no label background.
Right.
You see people who, at one point, and this could be up for discussion. I'm sure somebody could come in and
Please do come in and start up a conversation about it.
and really come in and like we can go back and forth on it, but I really personally feel like a label doesn't really do what people think that they're gonna do now. You know what I'm saying? Like I know back in the day they would have for sure took you to whatever next level, but you're supposed to get to a label now. You're already supposed to be 80% of the way. So if you're 80% of the way, I don't see the point. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why you would need them, because if you're already at that level, we talk about money, right? Like that's the biggest thing is that usually they have resources. But if you're already, because what you should be doing is selling merch, doing shows, selling your music directly, still getting stream money. If you have that many forms of income, and you get to a point where you're making however much money it is to like at least semi-sustain what an artist is, then it's like how much can that label truly help you without taking too much?
Right.
Because that's really what the exchange is. And you're like, well, I already have a studio that I'm locked in with. I have a video man that I'm locked in with that gives me great prices. Like maybe they believe in you enough just to shoot your videos or whatever. Like I spend all my money on ads, so I do this much and this much. And like, what else are they truly gonna do for you that you can't go hire somebody to do independently for you, and you actually like look at yourself as a business and do these things? So it's like, because the wave is so prevalent now more than ever before, not because of anything, like obviously it's because of people who are doing it really independently that show you how to do it, but it's also because the labels can't really match that. They can't catch up to that because of what they do, what they, as an institution, what they are at their core is not going to be beneficial at this point in time when you can really do. We have a whole building dedicated to all the services that a label basically does. You know what I'm saying? Like if you could pay for that without having to give up any of your rights, it's like, why wouldn't you do that? Because you're going to be doing the same amount of work. Like that's what people think, is that like you're going to be doing less work when you sign with these people. And I feel like it's really, if that was true in the past, I feel like I can't really see it being true now.
Right.
Like it doesn't look like that's really the case anymore. And because the independent wave is so prevalent now, it's like everybody wants to hop on that and doesn't realize what it is that is going to come with that, and how much work you truly have to do and continue to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw an Instagram post of like a music podcast earlier, and he was talking about we're deep in the game, and there's still stuff that he's a manager, I think. He says there's stuff that I have my artists do that I know he would rather not be doing. Like that doesn't ever stop. You know what I'm saying? Like when you come in and as an artist say like, I wish that I could have somebody just doing this. Like that was his point in the video too. Like it's gonna take way longer than you think, and then you're still gonna end up doing things that you feel like you shouldn't be. Like if you just want to focus on the music, I don't think that's true. It probably wasn't true back then because you had people selling CDs out trunks and shit. But like it's definitely not true now. You're not just gonna focus on the music, and like we have to stop letting people think that, and just stop lying to yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. If you think you're the fucking best musician that has fucking walked, or one of the best musicians that's walked in, you don't need any of the back end or additional supporting factors that we're kind of talking about. It's all good, just stay the fuck away from us. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully, bro. Like we see that a lot. There's this line that's being drawn, right? And I'm sure it's happening in more than just Sacramento, you know what I'm saying? But there's very much so that. There's very much so a thought process of, I'm the dopest person, not only in my city, I'm just the dopest person in the world. and this next song is gonna blow up. And they're gonna keep telling themselves that song after song after song until they get tired of, like you said, being upset that it's not happening.
Yeah, being disappointed that that's just not.
Yeah. So we believe in the groundwork. We believe that there's a lot of processes that are fucking involved with fucking being successful in any industry, in any facet, right? I mean, that's fucking why you hear us and see us on our regular pod talking to fucking people ranging from musical artists to fucking chefs to fucking entrepreneurs that own fucking real estate fucking businesses, you know what I'm saying? So it's really across the board. But yeah, bro, it's 2024 now, bro. You know what I'm saying? I believe. Now again, we're getting personal, but I believe this is the journey. You know what I'm saying? This is, people want to see the journey. They want to buy into the journey, and maybe when I say people like myself. You know what I'm saying? Those consumers that want to see you be humanized, that want to see you be a regular person just like I am. That's what's relatable to me, not 12 fucking cars, a fat mansion, fucking 3 foreign women that don't speak English, and a fucking pinky ring, and you're wearing clothes that are from fucking a whole different part of the world, bro. Like, that shit's not cool to me. You know what I'm saying? But I get that it could be to other people. You know what I'm saying?
Aspiring to be that. I feel like
Right.
I feel like it's okay to, know where you're at too, though. You know what I mean? Like, if it gets to that, then it gets to that. Or if you like seeing it, it's one thing. I feel like too, though, where because social media is so prevalent too, it's like hard to. People are looking for that to not be true. You know what I mean?
Oh,
so it's like,
for sure.
So it's like, it's like harder for you to, lie.
Yeah.
It's harder for you to like keep up a certain image.
Yeah, bro. We peep the fake followers. We peep the fake likes. We peep the ratio fucking up. We know your shit on Spotify fake. You know what I mean? It's okay.
But even the people like, the bigger artists at this point, like the people who have now been grandfathered in from a decade that is not like the one we're in now. Like, you can just feel that, like, they come from a different era of music. You know what I mean? Like, you could do all of those things in 2010.
Yeah.
You can't do them now. And like, you see people who, because the internet is already a fucked up place, like, people are gonna be mad at you for no reason anyway.
Yeah.
It's like, now they're looking for that reason, and if they find it, it's like, yeah, so that's another reason why it's like, you basically just be yourself at that point. It doesn't benefit you to be fake in that way, because it's so easy to tell now. And not even like from the subliminal stuff, like you just said, like from people who are paying attention. I'm talking about, like, if you put some shit like that up and somebody sees you at the grocery store bagging groceries, there's nothing wrong with that, but you just put to the world that that's not what you're doing. And so when somebody sees that you're doing this online and then you're bagging groceries, you could have just told people you were bagging groceries. And when they saw you, they would have been like, oh shit, you're bagging groceries.
Hey, thanks for being real in yourself and fucking, because it creates a disconnect when it's not that. And we talked about in the past, we've actually never talked about the connection, which is cool to hear that part of it. Because we've only ever talked about when someone says that they don't bag groceries, then you see them bag groceries, and then you see them in the store and you're like, huh? You know what I'm saying? In the song, he was talking about you're up 30 and just bought a Maserati. You know what I'm saying? And so there's this disconnect, and whether people realize it or not, I think every interaction with a fan of yours, a friend of yours, a guest, whatever it is that you're, any interaction is either working for you or against you. It's one of the two. There's not really neutral interactions. You know what I mean? We talked about this, funny enough, we talked about with Baby Tron. When I went out to the Baby Tron show, if y'all didn't know, I was on Baby Tron early. You hear me? Early as fuck. You know what I mean? 2020, 2021, walking around the first studio trying to tell these fools that this dude from fucking Michigan's going crazy, right? They wasn't trying to hear it, but that's okay. It's besides the point. But the Baby Tron shit. Yeah, bro. I fucking went to a show, bro. Shout out to you, Tron, bro. Maybe I have to give you another opportunity at some point. You know what I mean? But he lost a fan, bro. I went to a live show. Fucking the interaction that was between him and his fans, bro. I just couldn't believe that that's how I was rocking. I couldn't believe that that's what I had paid for. And it was just one of those moments, bro. It was so subtle. He didn't do anything mean to me. He didn't fucking kick me out the venue. He didn't do nothing. He came out and was himself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
He came out and was himself.
He came out as himself, bro. And fucking, unfortunately, I mean, whatever that was, there was a disconnect for me in that experience. You know what I mean? And I think that online, we get used to being fed. From I always refer to it as like when artists feed the streets. You know what I mean? It fulfills them. So like when I'm a fan, when Baby Tron drops this music over and over and over again, because he drops a fuck ton. At least he used to. I don't know if he still does, but he used to drop a fuck ton. and it used to be fulfilling for me as a consumer. You know what I'm saying? And then because that fulfillment also almost doubles down on like almost like there's a connection, like there's a relationship there through the internet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, like I feel like I kind of know you. You know what I'm saying? You release your music, you're already with me, and then I see you in person, actually for real.
Yeah.
And it's like, nah, this is I already checked you straight. I checked and it's the complete opposite. You know what I'm saying? But shout out Tron. You know what I mean? Thai music, nonetheless. He's a scammer. That's what he told me he was. You know what I mean? He didn't lie to me.
Hey, I guess he didn't lie.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he didn't lie to me.
Lie.
No, but the emotion that I felt came from the connection that I drew from him online. So even though I wasn't online seeing him and going, he scams people for money, I'm trying to fuck with him so he can scam me for money. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't really that. It was, damn, look at this artist fucking going up and he's dropping hella songs. Music.
Yeah, you respected the hustle.
I respect the hustle behind it, and the music, of course, was tight, bro. The scam rap shit at that time was just now coming up, so I was like, this shit's fucking wild. You know what I mean? Talking about bin codes or whatever those fucking talking about. So, super interesting, bro. But every interaction, bro, whether it's good or bad, you know what I mean? It's gonna be there. And
yeah, that's a good point too, because you know, to flip to the other side of things, I definitely understand, and I feel like people should protect themselves in this way as well. But there's a balance to it of like, you obviously can't give 100% of yourself to people online and like as your fans. Like, there's got to be at least a little part that takes things away. I just feel like people usually take the wrong things away, and they usually take things away in like a bad way. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You still owe the thought process is that you don't owe anybody anything, but like, because if this is your profession, like you do owe the fans something, and that's another thing.
Yeah, if you have fans that are fucking supporting you, or if you're even worse, if you're asking people to support you, and then to be like, but I don't owe y'all nothing. But pay me.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
That's wild.
That's fucking insane.
And I get where it comes from because, like I said, like I understand.
Yeah, their ego. My bad.
Well, that's the other half of it, right? One half is ego. At least the good part of it is, you know, you're a person, and at the end of the day, as a person, you definitely have to make sure that you're good to go. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, then you can't give anything in the first place. But you can't let the ego swallow that side of it up and be like, you know, at first it's, oh yeah, I just got to do it because like mentally I have to just prepare myself to be the artist or be the person that like these people are counting on me to be. So I have to do certain things, you know, take rest breaks or do certain other stuff or whatever it is that you're doing. But then you go all the way left or right and say like, oh well, now it's just because I don't owe you guys anything. Like, I just gave you everything. It's that built up resentment or whatever. Like, I just gave as much of myself as possible, and now I don't owe you guys anything. But like, it doesn't. If you're a professional artist, it doesn't stop. Like, you for sure owe those people something because they support you and they're your fans, and like, that's just unfortunately what it is.
Or don't owe them, don't pay them no sort of love, and just let me know how it go.
Yeah.
Just follow up with me. You know what I mean? Shoot me an email.
Shoot me an email.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, City Sound Media Group at Gmail. Let me know how it went when you said, fuck all these people who fuck with me. I'm just so good at music, I could just close my door, make this music in here, put it out on SoundCloud and become famous. No, stupid, it's not 2011 no more. Alright, Lil Pump ran that play. Play's done. Play's over with.
Play is done.
Yeah, play's over with, you hear me? All my life. It's okay to suck though. You just gotta be okay with sucking, man, you know what I'm saying? That's it. Yeah, that's a lot of pause moments during this one, but that's the thing, it's very clickbait. Yeah, I like it's okay to suck. It's clickbait.
It's okay to be bad.
Yeah, it's okay to suck. YouTube, you die. No, look, man. All jokes aside, I don't know if you have any other points that you want to touch on, but at least my final little fucking breather is, it's okay to suck. It's obviously terrible. It doesn't feel good. It comes with a lot of outside condescending eyes. If that's something that bugs you as an individual, I think it bugs a lot more people than people are willing to admit. You know, it's something you just gotta work through. You know what I'm saying? In any art, industry, business, anything you're trying to build out, if you suck, it's not gonna be a great experience, but it's the only way to push through to the next level, bro. I think if you talk to anybody who's successful in any industry, there's a point in time where they were bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They gotta get better.
Yeah, bro. And if you're fucking 30 trying to start something new, I mean, that's what we encounter so often now. Is, you know, I'm almost 30 years old, so the thing about starting something new sounds scary, right? I mean, shit, bro. We've been around for all these years, XYZ, but you know, we started this business, bro. We cracked the doors. I was 25. You know what I mean? There's people that, you know, my little cousin, my business partner just turned 25, which means he started at 21. So if there's any,
That's damn near crazier than starting something at 30.
Yeah.
Just letting y'all know.
right? But yeah, the idea that fucking, you know, time is gonna pass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was just talking to Paul Rob. I was just like, yeah, bro, this has been the course of high school. This has been a 4-year run. You know what I mean? And when you're in high school, when you turn 13 or 14 and go to high school, it feels like that's gonna be forever to get to the graduation. Yeah, to get to that 4-year graduation. But now, as you get older, you understand, like, bro, to suck at something for 2 years, to be great at it for 30,
Yeah.
it's really not that bad of a motherfucking trade-off. You know what I'm saying? It's really not that bad of a trade-off. It's just you have to really be willing to suck for 2 years, and that's not fun. You know what I mean?
And you're not even gonna master it for like a whole decade, probably.
Yeah, facts. There's more. There's just like I was saying with DaVinci. I still feel like I get in the run, and it's still like, oh fuck, where'd the common media pool button go? Like now it's totally dead in my workflow. Now I'm fucking searching through the fucking program for a button. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's not mastery.
No.
You know what I'm saying? That's not mastery, bro. That's fuck. That's 10,000 hours, bro.
Yeah.
Whatever else I be throwing, I for sure did 10,000 hours. 100%. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. You know what I mean? So it's just the process, bro. You gotta be bad at it, bro. I go back and look at my old videos. I'm like, oh, it's fucking terrible. But I look at my new shit and I'm like, wow. Could have never even got there without the first shit.
The first ones, yeah.
Period, bro. Oh yeah, you want to be humble, bro? Go humble yourself, bro. Go shout out Shooter P, GOAT. You know what I mean? Goated in the motherfucking city. If you're trying to fuck with him on a music video, have your $1,200, right? You hear me? It's shit like that. But please, bro, go look at his old music videos on YouTube and tell me that's not growth, bro. Shout out, bro. Literally, brother, when I was coming up in my video shit, I had to go do that to fucking like ground myself.
Right.
You know what I mean? After a year of doing music videos, I'm like, I'm still ass. You know what I mean? Bro, I was charging $50 video shit. I knew I wasn't good. I knew I was trying to put in the reps to get good. Like you said, some people have that understanding. I definitely did. I was like, I need to turn this fucking camera on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so just push it, push it, push it.
You have to take the reps.
Yeah, bro. And I remember watching, bro, literally, brother, this real shit, bro. I remember watching Shooter P videos at CS1, bro, like up on this TV, actually, it's the same TV. We were in the bloom room, and I'm like, just studying shit, bro. Just literally looking at shit like, how the fuck did he get it to fucking look like this? You know what I'm saying? And, well, you can go back. He's got his whole resume online, too. You can go back and look at his whole startup, bro, and where it came from. And it didn't start with where it is now, bro. You know, I see a videographer hop in the game now and try to charge $500, bro. I just slap you backwards. You know what I'm saying? That's fucking crazy. You know what I mean? It's fucking crazy, gang. It's okay to suck.
Yeah, you gotta start though. So.
Yeah, it's okay to suck, but you gotta start. You gotta start, gang. You gotta start, bro.
Not gonna get better if you don't start.
Yeah. You can't get past the sucking part if you don't actually suck. You know what I mean? You gotta actually suck at something. Pick something, suck at it. You know what I mean? So you get good at it, bro. Jesus. It's not rocket science, gang. You know what I'm saying? It's not rocket science. Okay, I'm gonna swing around the back of the computer. Why don't you send us out on an outro for Groundwork Live?
I'm just kidding.
He's like, I'm doing the fucking computer shit, bitch.
I'm always doing the computer shit.
Exactly. So send us out.
We're out of here, guys. This has been Groundwork Live. It's okay to suck, or it's okay to be bad if you don't want to be viral. But yeah, go suck at something. Be bad.
Yee!